because it was Colonel Garma, as what I'm saying sa mga interview sa akin, that asked na kausapin si Colonel Grijaldo. Kasi si Colonel Grijaldo, according to Colonel Garma, is a friend of her. So, sabi namin, tama-tama, andun si Colonel Grijaldo. So, tawagin na natin. So, it was at the back of the Quadcom. So, nang kinausap namin siya, sabi ko nga kay Chairman Abante, kausapin natin kasi nga kaibigan daw, siya makakapag-confirm ng mga affidavit na ginawa niya doon sa supplemental. So, what we did was, yung lawyer, sinabi namin na pumunta para in the spirit of transparency. Kasi mahirap naman na kami lang. Kasi we always see to it na dapat talagang merong kasama. As a matter of fact, yun din ang sinabi ko sa media that prior to the Quadcom hearing, nagkausap kami ni Colonel Garma. And I asked the permission of the chairman to be with me. And he accompanied me para at least transparent talaga yung usapan. Unfortunately, yung sinasabi niyang coercion and harassment, it never happened. Talagang wala namang coercion na nangyari. And ako, natatandaan ko kasi merong isang tao na naandun sa loob pa eh. Aside from the two witnesses na at the two lawyers ni Garma, si chairman saka ako, and then somebody kilala ko sa mukha, hindi ko lang matandaan kung sino na staff yon. So we were discussing yung I think it was number 17 na sinabi ko ito na sabi ni Garma mako-confirm mo daw yung sa reward system. Naku, wala po kaming alam diyan, wala po akong alam diyan. So pinoint ko pa yung iba, yung 1999, tama yung sinasabi niya. Pero yung kinuers namin siya at hinaras namin siya, kasi ang coercion talagang gagamitan mo ng threat eh, gagamitan mo siya ng force eh. Kung ginamitan natin siya ng force during that time, di ba? There was still a lot of time for him to react eh. No? Eh unfortunately hindi niya yung ginawa. At the same time, we cannot do that. Alam mo, it's so unethical for the two of us not telling yung sa mga chairman like si Ace, si Chairman Acop, saka si Congressman Paduano about do sa isyong yon. Kung pipilitin namin siyang magsalita, and it will be against sa ating procedure na to bet first yung mga magsasalita para at least sigurado tayo. So yun yung tunay na nangyari. But of course, meron din ako sinasabi na issue na yung reason kung bakit niya ginawa yon. Well, yun yung aking analysis dun sa pangyayari. Bakit nila ginagawa to against us? Well, unang-una, demolition yun. Pangalawa, it's an attack against me and well, against you. And most likely, they really wanted to discredit the whole of the Quadcom. And it's quite unfair, no, to all of the members of the Quadcom, especially the chairman. What happened nang invite namin with our own volition na to talk to Colonel Grijaldo because it was asked by Colonel Garma. And sa amin, yun ang nakita kong naging repercussion ng ginawa namin. But of course, in every betting that we are doing, we always see to it that there are people around.
Opo, sorry, follow up lang sir dun sa sinabi ngo yung nakikita nyo itong ay demolition. Ano rin po yung masasabi nyo na paulit-ulit sinabi ni former President Duterte na subornation of perjury at sabi nga niya maghahain pa siya ng kaso against about this against you po sir. Ano pong masasabi niyo ron at bakit po ba nung meeting wala ring abogado mismo kasi ang nasabi niyo po ang may abogado si Garma but po walang abogado si Grijaldo?
Kasi betting process pa lamang yun eh. Alam mo sa Kongreso, kinakausap muna namin and then kapag nalaman namin na pwede nating i-validate yung mga sinasabi niya, then the lawyers will come out. So, that time, wala namang lawyer na dala si Grijaldo during that time eh. Ang may lawyer doon is si Garma. And that's the reason why we asked na kung pwede yung dalawang lawyer pumunta doon para at least transparent yung usapan. Now, kung nagsabi siya na, yes sir, kinoconfirm ko po yan, alam ko po yung reward system. And then, bring your lawyer. Yun ang namin, yun ang sistema ng procedure namin sa betting eh. Kasi otherwise, kung una pala may co-coerce na namin siya. Alam namin, babalikan kami niyan. We're not like that. And you have to remember that we have a lot of evidences already. As a matter of fact, yung ating pong sinasabi natin na corroborative, no? Na-corroborate na eh. Actually, hindi naman kay Colonel Garma nagsimula yan, eh. Do'n sa dalawang PDL na kino-corroborate ni Jimmy Fortaleza, kino-corroborate ni Warden Padilla. Saka lamang dumating si Colonel Garma, saka lang dumating si Commissioner Leonardo. So now, sinasabi ni Garma na, "Eto, meron pang isang kaibigan ako na magko-corroborate do'n sa mga sinabi ko." Well, actually, kahit wala siya, hindi nga siya hindi nga siya pinag-uusapan namin kaya nagulat ako nung nando'n na lang siya, nagsasalita siya against us. Well, script nila 'yon, eh. Bahala sila do'n. Panindigan niya kung ano magiging repercussion sa kanya dahil nga we will not take that sitting down. Of course, yung kanyang affidavit na kinores, hinaras, and under oath siya, mabigat 'yun. And we will do something. And this will be collective. I mean, not me, not him, but the whole of the Quadcom. Because the integrity of the Quadcom is at stake here. And we have done nothing wrong.
Sir, sorry, yung sa statement lang po ni former President Duterte about subornation of perjury, ano pong masasabi nyo doon na is, he even said na magfa-file siya ng case about this?
Well, ako, carry on. We will take action on that. Kung magpapile sila sa amin, then yun ang mga repercussion of the things that we are doing for the Quadcom and for the Filipino people. And if this is the way that we need to act on certain things that happen, then we will confront the issue.
Mela. Next questions from Tina Pangaliban Perez of GMA7.
Sir, clarification lang. Sinabi niyo, script nila yon. Kanino po?
Kung nag-affidavit siya doon, tapos, well, actually, sa totoo lang, kaya ako nasabing script yan. Alam niyo kung bakit? Kasi nga, during the time of our investigation, yung kay Colonel Andulan, yung sa issue ng namatay si Cesar Perez, na kung saan si Colonel Andulan, siyang humuli kay Councilor Norbin Tamisin ng Los Baños, Laguna. And I am very particular of that issue. And then suddenly, yung CCTV lumabas. Nakita natin na wala naman si Norbin Tamisin doon. And sniper yung tumira kay Mayor Cesar Perez. Si Colonel Andulan from Batangas, siyang humuli kay Norbin Tamisin. So, when I was asking the Colonel Andulan about ano yung relationship mo kay Gerald Bato, sinabi niya na na-assign siya doon sa PNPA. At sa PNPA, during that time, yung anak ni Gerald Bato was in school, first year as plebo. So, yun ang sinabi ko, yun ang relasyon mo. And then suddenly, yung issue. Binanata na niya ako, and ako, nag-simmer down ako noon. Hindi naman ako masyado sumagot. Sabi ko kasi, hindi naman ako, kasi siya nga yung nag-mention ng babysitter, nagbe-babysit daw yung anak ko, ganon. Pero yung anak niya, hindi niya hayaan mag-babysit. And of course, ako, nasaktan ako doon. Kaya sabi ko, wala akong mini-mention na nagbe-babysit yung anak mo. I don't want to demean the position of the men in uniform. But sa kanya mismo, sabi ko, wag sanang ganon. Tapos hindi na ako masyadong sumagot doon. Sabi ko, pag nagkausap kami ni Gerald Bato, magkakausap kami ng maayos. But unfortunately, ito yung lumabas. Diba? Si Grijaldo lumabas doon, may affidavit. Hindi naman siya yung pinag-uusapan natin dito sa Quadcom. Then suddenly, siya yung naging focal person doon sa kanila. So, I think there is a correlation about this.
Sir, clarification po ulit.